Today would be Vlogger 633, the day wizards would celebrate their fathers. I don't have a father, I'm eternal.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, which means it's Writerly Wednesday. It's actually Tuesday, but it still means it's Writerly Wednesday. Today, I'm going to tell you a couple of stories, not only about how I managed to write my first few books on the ship, but also how, because it's not an easy place to write. Let's just be honest. People are always poking you and trying to talk to you and have conversations with you, which is great generally because I'm fairly extroverted, but not when you're trying to write. Also, I'm just going to share, some stories from around the ship, what life is like on the ship. For example, this guy right here, this cabin, not your average cabin. The average cabin has 6 beds in it. Well, probably the average cabin, if we're gonna really average out, has like 5.3 beds in it. I don't actually know what that number is, but there are cabins with different amounts of berths in it, right? So you've got 4 berths, 6 berths, up to, I think there's 8 berth, and then there's even one bigger. Is there a 10 berth? I think there's a 10 berth. I've been around for a while. This is a guest cabin, so it's what my dad and I are sharing. We only have to share this amongst ourselves. It's really nice. I've been letting myself sleep in the last couple of days. It's wonderful. And once you get used to the humming, whirring, clicking, all the noises that are going on the ship, it actually all acts like white noise and helps you to sleep really, really well. But the cafe is open, so it's time to go get some cafe. And I am not on vacation still, even though I'm here, so I need to set up my computer and get some work done. And I'll just tell you some stories as we go.
Perks to people just randomly make treats to share, and they'll like sell them for $1 or $2. So I just got a $2 samosa. It's huge and it's delicious. A little bit of curry to start the day. Very good. And the spice, I don't know what the chili is, but it's really good. So one of the challenges that you'll see if you could see me walking around here, which has happened multiple times, is that you can't make it more than like 5 feet in this place without running into somebody that you know, who you want to catch up with and you want to talk to. Which also makes it really hard to get any work done. It is currently 11 o'clock. I have gotten nothing done. I just turned my computer on, and I need some computer time, so I'm looking forward to it. It's one of the mixtures. It's a blessing and a curse of living here, and it's what makes writing very difficult here. And I'll explain why writing is so difficult. It should be pretty self-explanatory, actually. Aside from the random parts like having people hanging outside your window painting the ship, which happens, there's a lot of random stuff about the ship that's really fascinating, or just things you wouldn't think about, like unless you lived here. Things like fire suppression systems, like these fire doors. That thing is supposed to be open right now. Why isn't it open? Don't know, but they made an announcement that they know there's a problem with them, so just walk through them. But everything is designed to keep fire out around here. Water bottles, vitally important because, and the fire door just closed back behind me. Vitally important because you end up sweating a lot, and stickers, vitally important for covering up the fact that this is a Facebook water bottle. Facebook gave this to me for free at VidCon, but I don't want to be associated with them, so I covered it up with my face. And I'm giving some of these away while I'm on the ship because I love my friends here, and they, for whatever reason, love me enough to put my face on things. And it's cool. Also, not all the water on the ship is particularly palatable. This is filtered water. There are a few stations on the ship where you can find filtered and refrigerated water. The rest of the tap water, not bad, but not great. It's going to taste potentially a little bleachy depending on where you are. Common areas on the ship. There are a lot of common areas, which is really nice. Places to sit, internet cafe, things like that. Where especially if you live in like a 4 berth, 6 berth, this is where you actually have space sort of to yourself because the rest of your room is taken up by bunks. Problem is that it's super social and very difficult to actually get much work done. There's a girl sitting behind the camera trying to work, and I'm sure I'm distracting her. The other challenge is if you sit here and work, like, sit and write, where I did a lot of writing here and a couple of other areas around the ship which I can show you. People just kind of assume that you're ready to hang out and will come and sit down with you and start talking to you, even if you have your earbuds in or huge headphones on and you're facing away. Like, you'll still get talked to, and it makes it very challenging to write, which is why I'm actually very good at writing in public spaces, like in cafes in Paris or wherever else. I love writing in areas where there are lots of people around, and it's not hard for me to focus because I'm used to having to actively and somewhat proactively ignore people while writing because, it jeopardizes friendships, but there's no other way to get work done. I don't know if you can really see me. Deck 7 and Deck 8 are actually external decks that are up high, so the Deck 8's the top deck, with the exception, of course, of Monkey Island or the Monkey Bridge, which is above the bridge, but otherwise, there's some great spots up here to hide. Well, not hide so much, but you can get outside, there are chairs, you can sit, and I did a lot of writing out here, especially in Shipyard, actually. Back that way. They're working back there, so I figured I would not go that way and leave them alone. However, should be able to sneak up to Deck 8 around here some. We can go up to Deck 8 for a second. I'm late for Francis. I gotta go see, well, let's go up to Deck 8 really quick. Outdoor areas on the ship like this on Deck 7 are great for sitting and writing a little bit if you don't mind the heat, which I don't. It's really, really nice. Now, if you go all the way up to Deck 8, they have a swimming pool up here even that they built right before I moved here. Had some serious problems with and finally figured out. And that's about as high up as you can go. They also have this neat sitting area for dining outside that was not here when I lived here. That is like really nice with some lights and so forth. Great spot to come eat outside if you want to come up on Deck 8 here. Good spot to relax, as well as by the pool, assuming that there aren't a ton of people up here. This. For those of you who are new to the channel and haven't seen any Mercy Ships Mondays, or maybe I just haven't done a good job of explaining what Mercy Ships does, the long and short of it is that Mercy Ships runs the Africa Mercy. This is the Africa Mercy. This ship is the Africa Mercy. It's not the Mercy ship. And the Africa Mercy is the world's largest charity hospital ship, at least until they finish the new ship, which they're actually building in China right now. But this ship runs 5 operating rooms and basically stops in ports along West and Central Africa, with the exception of Madagascar recently, to do surgery for free for the people in those countries who otherwise would not be able to access the surgical solutions that we offer. So things like maxillofacial surgery, ocular surgery, you have orthopedics, some general surgery, there's a dental clinic, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, and a lot of help that's given by the crew on the ship. Not everybody's medical, obviously. I'm not medical. I would say, I think it's about like half medical, really, but then you have your engineering department. There's an academy where the kids of the families that live on board can go to school. There are people that run the ship shop, the cafe, where I got my coffee this morning. There's everybody working in the galley, of course, and in the dining room, which we haven't really seen yet. So there's a whole smattering of people whose jobs take them all over the ship, and there's a great and wide variety of needs on the ship to keep the whole thing running. So you don't have to be a nurse or a surgeon to work here. Obviously, I'm not, like I said. And my last job on the ship was as the media liaison, so I ended up working with media teams from all over the world, like the BBC, among others, just to make documentaries or short films or even some articles and so forth while they were here. That should bring you up to speed. And I didn't really get a lot of writing done when I was the media liaison, but before that is when I got more of my writing done doing other jobs on the ship. Flying the drone here, Caleb, the ship's videographer. The cool thing was, hopefully I caught that on video, was there was an eagle. You missed that. There was an eagle that came in to check it out. And we kept flying around it, and so I'm hoping that I got some good eagle footage out of that. Not all what I intended, but just another random thing that I guess happens around here. That's tasty. I've never had a cheese noodle before, but whatever it is, it's good. We're trying a little bit of everybody's, like sampling. It's not my family style, but it's more of a sample session. This is an amazing restaurant. I never thought I would say that about a German restaurant, but there you have it.
Oh, schnitzel. Oh, schnitzel. Oh, he's a schnitzel.
Well, today's vlog has been fairly disjointed, I have a feeling, so we'll see what I hack together out of it. This is Nate, by the way.
Greetings.
A good friend who you actually, if you go way back in the vlog, you'll actually see him early on in Chicago. Pretty sure. Or maybe that's on my other channel. I'm not sure. But either way, we'll hack something out of tonight. No schnitzel. No more biting. We decided to name this dog Schnitzel because it's a German restaurant. Anyways, had a great evening out. I think something comes out of today's vlog, but either way, join in tomorrow and I'll try to put something a little bit more forward thinking together, because the challenge is now it's an opportunity to actually sit down and talk with a lot of people, and it kind of breaks up the day. I'm trying to give people, my friends, preference over my vlog a little bit. So if you can forgive me for that, tomorrow should be a winner. So I'll give you that. Also, here's some last minute footage of Schnitzel and Nate. We made good friends with Schnitzel, that's for sure. Bye, Schnitzel. Auf Wiedersehen.